Now the mics are hot. Now we live for real.
Yes, sir.
We bite.
We here. Let's get it. TNE in the building.
Welcome to the No Hangover podcast,
So
episode 195.
Here we go.
195.
Let's get it.
What's good,
10.
fellas? Go ahead, plug yourselves up. Fuck, go ahead.
We out here, man.
Top notch in the
shit.
building.
Hey, you already
Second
know
time
what's
around,
going on.
shit, part 2.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yes,
For real.
sir.
Cheers to that.
He was like, that was a fast toast, but all right, I like it. Have TopNotch on the second installment of the No Hangover
It's been,
podcast.
what, like 3 years, 2 years?
It's been a while. It's been a
That's
while.
when we were back at the
Yeah,
office.
man.
Back in the olden days.
For
Right.
real.
I honestly thought y'all was still there. I was expecting to go there today.
Nah.
That would have been cool, though. I mean, that was a good setup.
It was a
Yeah.
good setup.
It was, but I think that kind of us leaving there was kind of a blessing in disguise because now we're, obviously I've known my barber for a while, so,
Right.
I just
We've used a
asked him,
couple
he's
different
like,
spots.
yeah,
And
but
It's
it's
good
kind
to
of
switch
like,
up location.
Yeah.
right. So, we've branched
Growth
out a little
in a
bit,
different
shit
way.
like that.
Right.
I mean, did I like it? Yes, convenience. but,
Convenient.
but I mean, hey, shit happens.
Yeah, bro. I've been keeping up with y'all, so I've been seeing y'all been bouncing around different spots. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, we
Gives a
getting it done,
different
though.
Yeah,
We getting it done,
trying
By
different
any means.
areas,
Yeah.
seeing what works,
for sure.
throwing a
man.
bunch of shit up against the wall, seeing what sticks.
Y'all been having a few new, new guests, and I've been, checking them out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Different.
Yeah, we've had a couple
From
different.
all walks of
I
life.
mean, I'm pretty sure you were the first artist we ever had on. So
Right.
Yeah,
yeah, so
that is
I
right.
think I seen another female artist after me.
Yeah, Marty Mars. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on. I just did one at the Hit Squad Studios right there on Aloma.
Okay, yeah, I know his squad.
Crash, fucking my dude D Law, Prophet P. They're on there. They're like Free Minds is what their group calls. So they're a little
Okay.
rap group, shit like that.
Yeah,
We've had
man.
our boy XRA Raph. He's a young
Right.
dude, up and coming dude.
Right.
The DJ that got us, DJ Tone Capone, that got us these cups. Shout out,
Yep.
brother.
Shout out
We
Tone
had him
Capone.
on.
Always gotta
Talk
shout out Tom
Capone.
Capone.
These
Yeah.
cups are
Bro,
hard.
Bro, he's a real one.
We sipping top notch up in these cups. You feel me?
He's a real one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've tried. I mean, we want to have a variety of different people on different, thought processes, different perspectives on life, different, backgrounds,
Right.
how you're brought up, all that shit. Cause
Had artists and different walks of life.
just people, we've had
businessmen,
friends on, we've had fucking family on. So we've had all different types of people. So it's
You
just
name
I guess the main focus of this is just trying to have conversation between everybody,
Nah, for
regardless
sure.
of what you
Culture.
think. Facts.
Love
Facts.
it,
So
man.
that being said, there's been a lot of changes for you specifically since the last time we talked.
Most definitely.
Yeah, the brand has been taken off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We definitely grew a lot,
Top
man.
notch. in the
Where do we
building.
begin?
Facts.
I mean, since last time I was here, I ain't have no management. I ain't had no merch. I barely probably even had my distribution set up. So like, fast forward to where we at now. I got my manager here, right here with me, Ness. You feel me?
Sir.
That's
And
in the building.
definitely helped me with a lot, bro. Like, we've been touring. We did big singles. Like, we done did release parties. You name it. Like, we really
Yeah.
took it up to another
Yeah,
level.
you've been doing it.
Yeah.
There's some big rooms. Big
Yeah.
rooms.
Facts. And it's like, when you first starting and that first year or two in, you don't even see like you envision it, but you don't really see how it's gonna happen. And like you like, fuck, how am I ever gonna be able to afford merch? How am I ever gonna afford to get there in New York and do this or Atlanta
Facts.
and do that? And you don't see how it's gonna happen, but I guess you just keep working, bro. Main thing I did was just keep putting the music out, and
Yeah.
everything I needed kind of just gravitated towards me. So
I keep working, and I mean,
yeah,
there's an example of it right here. Putting a good team around you definitely
Facts.
helps.
facts.
Elevate in a quicker
Yeah,
time frame.
Yeah.
Basically,
Facts.
like as you were saying, you
can't do it by
you
yourself.
kept working. You kept working the whole time,
Right,
and then you got the right people around you, and now you're taking it to whole new levels.
right.
How do you feel like adding a manager has helped you? Like, what do you feel like? What aspect in your creative
Yeah, while
process
he's
and the
sitting here,
business
what is the
part?
importance?
Right. I'll let him add to that. too.
Logistics.
Talk your shit.
People don't understand that there's a business side to this,
Right.
There is.
but to the music. So
That might be.
when you
I mean, low key might be even more important.
Facts.
exactly
Very big part.
crucial.
Yeah.
I'm able to step into the rooms, talk that talk, walk that walk.
Facts.
And that's what makes a big difference.
And he already had business experience before I even, we even partnered up. So it just went hand in hand, like, just knowing numbers, knowing how to talk to people, knowing how to just use resources and
help you elevate to the next
connect
level.
the dots. Yeah, so it just made sense, man. So yeah, it helped a lot. Like we got we met up with Zay. We locked that in. A lot of connections in Orlando as far as getting like venues to do our own parties or do our own releases and just doing shows, opening up for big artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So
Getting the name out there, essentially.
All that played in. Ness helped me out with that a lot. So
Yeah.
salute to that, man. And it's just TN right here. Whenever they
Logistics.
see that, they know what's happening.
Top notch
They
shit.
know.
Top
Yeah.
notch shit only. Top tier, bro.
Facts, dog.
How is
That's what we strive for.
Because I peeped that, when you started working with Zaytoven and started working with bigger producers, how did that inspire you more as far as like, now that you're rubbing elbows with these people, you're actually working with them, how did that take your game to another level?
Man.
How that evolved
Yeah,
music
like
as well.
Yeah.
I think like the pressure, like you feel, but it's a good pressure, like I think any artist can relate to like performing the best when they feel the most pressure.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So like being in the room with him just made me want to, kind of transform in that moment. Like, elevate myself in that moment. I had to step up my game.
Be a better version of
you know what I'm
yourself.
saying? Right then and there. And even from that point on, like doing the video with them and being around just certain people in Atlanta that are really entrenched in the game,
Definitely
Tampa,
a
Mystic,
bigger music
and-
culture up there for sure.
Yeah, for
Shout out
sure,
Atlanta.
Tampa. Yeah, they definitely held us down.
Dirty.
Yeah, the dirt. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta love hate relationship.
Gotta pay homage to them because
Yeah.
they got a big part in our journey.
Yeah.
So just being around up there, we soaked up a lot of game being in Atlanta. I would say that, man. Learning how to hustle, learn how to network, and also a big part. I think artists, and maybe not just artists, maybe any type of content creator, is giving back to people in the same space as you. So like a lot of what we took from Atlanta big time was not only expecting people to support us, but supporting them as well. You know what I mean? Supporting them back. Even if we not performing a show that night, we might pop up and show love or, you know what I'm saying? A vendor might doing this, we might come buy something, but it's about supporting, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely took that from Atlanta, you feel me? So
I feel like a lot of that is missed though in the new culture and like in the new wave of people trying to come up. People want that, we were talking about earlier, that instant success.
right.
And I feel like a lot of people don't put in that, put in the time, put in the work, and like they aren't willing to show support to the people who supported them.
Right.
Like a lot of people are like, oh, put me on, or oh, repost
They're just looking
me,
for
or
theirs.
show me this or show me this love. And then you're like, all right, can you repost this? You don't hear, they never
Yeah.
heard of you. It's like,
Facts.
Leave you on red.
it's like, what kind of shit is this? But I feel like that was, and that was cool to see.
Cruel
like,
world. Shit.
I always loved seeing like when you were out and shit, you would do your little tours and you would be out, in the public eye, like showing people, hey, listen to my shit. And I feel like that was a big reason or a big start of No Hangover. That was what we did. Low key guerrilla marketing, but like we did a lot of it too, going up to people, talking one-on-one, because like that's how you get the best, like they know where you're coming from, they know how to feel you.
They feel like they know you.
Yeah,
Nah,
they
that's how-
do.
Especially especially in like content stuff and music, shit like that. Like you're only really seeing these people, listening to them through a mic, seeing them through a camera. Like when you get that face to face and you feel like you can make a connection, he's like, oh shit, I met that dude fucking at so-and-so at whatever place. Then, they get that personal connection with you. And that's what's going to fucking create that long lasting listener, whether it's music, podcasts, watching your content, whatever.
That's how it was when we went to Atlanta. We was, we was in the streets, man, giving out
There's a lot of
flyers,
streets up there too.
giving out
Fuck.
flyers, giving out shirts. We had people coming up to us telling us, man, what y'all doing is crazy because this is the hood. Like there's so much internet now these days. Like everybody's scared to come out here and do what you're doing. So they respected that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
they
they're gonna listen
respected
to it, and they're
that.
gonna watch your journey, and then like those are the type of people, your core audience basically.
Yeah.
That's who people are gonna follow you from here till you make it to the top, because they're gonna be like, oh,
And beyond
we've
that
been
shit.
yeah, we've been seeing him,
Yeah.
we've heard him. He came to our neighborhood. What do you mean?
Facts.
Oh, we had this shirt. Look at it. Like, which
I
is
got a
crazy because
picture.
5 years and I still ain't got a fucking shirt. But
Hey, we got you.
We got you.
You feel me?
just talking some shit. Just talking some shit.
But yeah,
All
man.
right, so you've been traveling a little bit.
Yeah, most
You did say that there was a, deep connection with Atlanta. Y'all been up there a lot.
Right.
It is. I've been up there a few times. It is a different vibe, and I can see how that can inspire different things from when you go from Orlando, that's a growing city, to a city in Atlanta that's very established, especially in your guys' field, music, especially in rap. I guess what kind, who out there, whether it's an artist, club promoter, anybody like that, do you feel like you could really attribute to you guys, again, taking that next step, as far as, just feeling yourselves, like feeling like, all right, we're really like making some progress here.
I would say,
Nuke.
yeah, shout out Nuke, man. Nuke definitely helped us out. He pointed us in a lot of right directions in Atlanta. There was some more promoters out there that definitely held us down. A lot of DJs. DJ Key. Was homie that did the tour with us. Hey, Struck. My dog.
Yeah,
hold on.
shout out
Run that motherfucking question back.
Shout out Struck. He was a real nigga out
Hold
there.
up. Run that question back.
Shit. Who do you feel like helped you as far as like making your way through Atlanta? Like, who was the biggest plug for you guys out there to make you
First
feel like?
and foremost, I'm shouting out Struck when it comes to that. I'm talking about Struck had us in every hood, zone 1 through zone 6. We was walking through Atlanta. He showed us how to move, and he put us on game, and you know what I'm saying. So I would definitely say Struck, man. Shout out to Al Nuke too. He put a lot of strings to put us in position.
Yeah.
That's what was you said? DJ
DJ Key. Yeah. He's big. He's one of Future's DJs.
Oh, bet.
Right.
There you go.
Future's DJs. He does Future tours and stuff like that. So every time we got some new music, he hits
Future
us
Hendrick.
up, wanting to put us our music in his whatever they call
In the
it.
mix.
In the mix.
Playlist,
Yeah.
In the playlist, yeah. I saw you guys. I think it was one of y'all posted that you got on a Spotify playlist recently.
That was DJ Key.
Nice. Hey, that's what's up. That's how you got to do it.
All right, so right now we got a campaign going on in Spotify.
Yeah.
Shout out Spotify.
Shout out Spotify, and yeah, man, just trying to grow.
Spotify pay us.
You feel me? Shout out to
Shit, we got to
Spotify.
get our numbers up, brother.
Apple Music,
Spotify repost us.
YouTube. You feel me? But how do you even feel? How y'all feel about the Spotify game? Like, it's pretty
I mean, Spotify,
pretty competitive. And
Spotify low key changed the game when it comes to not just music per se, but like
Streaming,
podcasting
just
as
streaming
well.
in general. They changed a lot of shit. Especially, they really started paying people.
right.
And like giving them money. Like Apple, as much as I'm an Apple Music fan and I love Apple, they fuck people over. They fuck the artists over a lot. Spotify, like, if you get big enough, they'll pay you.
Right.
So like, you gotta respect that.
Got to.
You gotta respect that.
Got
So
to.
I mean,
Respect the hustler, respect the grind.
facts. That's all people want to see for the most part anyways. Like if
And I'm gonna be real, man. I like Spotify right now because it is showing like it's crediting good music. The fans don't lie, the numbers don't lie. So it's one of those apps or music platforms where you can get introduced to new music, and it's either you hot or you not.
yeah.
So right then and there, the consumer is gonna let you know they feeling you or not.
Yeah.
You know what
Shows
I'm
us the
saying?
logistics, like what country, what cities
Yeah.
listening to us,
Yeah.
whether it's a female or male, like the percentage, the geographics. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
That's
Spotify, man.
pretty cool.
Hey, shout out Brazil, shout out Colombia, shout out South
Hey,
America,
hey.
shout out.
Brazil love us.
Hey, you feel me? I'm just shouting out
Hey,
everybody,
we
our
love 'em
top
back.
listeners.
We love them back.
Shout out Canada. Shout out Canada. Shout out goddamn Poland, Turkey, South Africa.
Poland?
Yeah, he's going down. They fucking with us.
TopNotch worldwide.
UK,
Hey,
they fucking with us, man.
hey, when the world
UK
tour
fucking
coming?
with us.
Shit, TopNotch
Hey,
worldwide.
that's what I'm saying. Once we blow up big enough, once we get up, once the numbers, I would say about a year, man, we might be out there, dog. So
Hey,
just keep
shit.
them numbers. But we ain't gonna forget about the U.S. and my number one
Yeah.
supporters. I see New York a lot, fucking with us. Atlanta, fucking with us.
What's your favorite city that
Texas.
you've been to?
To
this
promote
past-
and do my thing.
Yeah, just in, I guess.
Just in
Yeah,
general?
we'll do just promote doing
just
your
in
thing
general?
as far as like, yeah.
Because
as
sometimes
far
I
as-
take vacations and I don't really like do the music shit.
Yeah, no, but yeah, we can ask that later. But just for as far as
promoting?
like work and promoting music, crowds doing shows,
When
shit
it
like
comes to your
that.
business.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna have to take I'm excluding Atlanta because Atlanta's just a given.
yeah.
That's like second home.
Yeah. Like at this
They
point,
show love. I ain't gonna lie.
too much
Atlanta.
love. So excluding Atlanta, I would probably say, bro, it's between Houston and New York. Gonna be
I wanna
real.
Go to Houston. I heard a lot of
been,
good shit about
I've been
Houston.
to both, and I was out there just hand to hand in CDs in both cities, and between those two, it's tough, man. New York is more gritty. I ain't gonna lie. Like New York was more. They were more reluctant to even fuck with you. Like when you approach them, you kind of I don't know, maybe because everybody's out there hustling like that, or just because they just don't give a fuck. New York like that, but I was almost had to be aggressive too. Like, nah, nigga, check me out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm on the nigga window. He like, this you? I'm like, yeah, that's me, nigga. Check me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So New York, I fuck with because it's so honest and it's so real and it's so they stepping like that. And Houston was much love, like, and I just like the vibes there. It was party. It was beautiful women, and there was a lot of women there that was reciprocating the vibes well.
Yeah.
So that's why I liked Houston. You know, so between those two,
supporters, the women.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Shout out to ladies,
You
beautiful
get them,
ladies, man.
you good.
Yeah, we got a lot of hits. You know, and we kind of I ain't gonna say that. Like, all right, so when I make music, like, you know, I kind of, you know, you kind of target a certain audience, certain demographic, and I just kind of want to start putting more effort into the ladies as of recent. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and that's kind of, you know, got on my ear and also kind of inspired me and told me like, yo, we should, you know, you gotta cater to them as well.
If they're
so
showing you love, you know, gotta show them love.
Exactly. So, you know, now that we just mentioned the ladies, we kind of been, you know, swerving in that lane a little bit to just, you know, get that going. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like the ladies, man. Talk y'all talk, man.
Who don't? Fuck, we all love them. Women love the ladies.
How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel when y'all hear a song? Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Hey, you feel me?
Shout out my baby.
So sad. Yeah, straight up to her, yo. Let me ask y'all this though.
Go ahead.
How do y'all feel like hearing? How do y'all feel hearing like certain songs, whether it's Drake or whether it's like fucking I don't know, whoever it might be, you know, a Young Blue or whoever it might be. Like,
Don Toliver, I fuck with. He's probably one of my favorite artists right now.
Right. So, like, how do y'all feel about as a guy, you know, a male artist who makes music for women? Like, you know how some niggas be like, oh, that nigga soft, but you know what I'm saying? Or
listen, go ahead.
If you hear a new song,
this is how I would look at it. Yeah. For instance, a man, especially if they have a woman in their life, is gonna listen to whatever the fuck the woman wants to listen to. So, if you making music for women, right, more men are gonna hear it than if you're making music for men, right? Because I mean, I feel like if you that's the low key like way to success right there. If you make music to if you make music that women like, they're gonna be playing it around the house, in the car, whatever the case may be. Who's gonna hear it?
They'll wear that shit out.
Gonna start fucking with, be like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. Yeah. And then boom, you got now both people listening to you. Yeah. And that's, the low-key way to success faster. Because, I mean, I feel like that would be, I mean, I'm no artist by any means, but I feel like that would be a recipe for success right there.
That's hard. You just painted a picture right there.
You swerving in that lane I feel like that's a great idea.
Right.
You got a good idea. Yeah. Like, that's a good idea.
Facts.
Hey, marketing 101 from my boy Jacob, man. He just told you niggas, he just told you niggas how to become a household name.
Pretty much. I mean, like, think about it. If your girl watches something, I'll give this example. Y'all ever heard of Love Island?
Yeah. Oh, God. My bitch got me on that shit. Yeah. She got me watching Too Hot to Handle, too.
Like, got you, too.
But
that's crazy.
I watch it because I ain't gonna lie, the women on there are bad.
I just watch it because my girl watches it. It's like,
but I continue to watch it because, like,
sneaking that shit. We're supposed to watch this together, bro.
I was like, all right, is it 9 p.m. yet?
I keep it real with my shot. I be like, damn, that bitch is bad.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's the low key recipe for success right there. If you got something a woman likes, men love women.
Women like women too.
Yeah, of course. Everybody loves women. Everybody.
Men love women. So if a woman's fucking with you, the man's automatically gonna at least hear it somehow. Yeah. You know, it's gonna be playing somewhere. Yeah. Because I mean, unless you're making music for a woman to go to the gym in, which I don't think you are. No offense, but I'm just saying.
They make more of that. Fuck, good idea. Fuck.
Yeah. My gym music be for everybody, nigga. If you in there pumped up,
we do got gym music. I ain't gonna lie, that shit turn you up.
Turn you up. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Jay.
But it's like, besides that, like, I feel like if you make music for, and I mean, I'm not saying just target just women. You don't got to be, singing all the time, but if you're in that lane, well, they fuck with it.
That's what I was gonna add to that. It's like eventually, like at some point, if you make it that far in your career, like you're gonna have to branch out a little bit, venture out, like
cater to
like,
all
facts. Like you have
versus-
your way of like what got you there, but once you get to a certain point, like you're not just gonna keep on making the same shit over and over. And if you do, like at a certain point, like maybe every 5 or every 9 out of 10 tracks is the same shit. That 10th track is gonna be something different. Branch out. You know, this one's for the ladies, like fucking 3-6 Mafia. Right. Back in the day, they, you know, we know what 3-6 Mafia is about. Yeah. They're real gutter shit. Yeah. But they made a song, this Pussy Got Your Hook. And in the fucking beginning of the song, it's like, we're making this one for the ladies. You know, we got to do it for the ladies. But it's like they're doing it in their ghetto ass way, the fucking like from the streets type of way. Right. But at some point, as an artist, like once you get big enough, once you've been doing it long enough, you're gonna branch out.
Supporters.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking show love to the people who are supporting you.
It's showing you women are listening to you. Women
facts.
Fuck with you. It's like, well, might as well cater us. You know, it doesn't have to be a whole album.
How Drake went to techno.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, that was genius. That was
music,
fucking genius. Because he reached a whole different audience.
He's global. That's the thing. Well, that's the thing. Like the people that complain about it are the like pure hip hop heads. They're the pure hip. The people that want to see him just rap, fucking just bar you to death. But like, if
genius for that.
Yeah, if you've listened to his shit since So Far Gone, since before that, like there's like little fucking nuggets of like house music and shit like that.
Seeds everywhere.
Like if
he's making sure he's played for the next 10,
facts. Like
15, 20 years.
When he was younger, he was rapping like just fucking giving you bars because that's what he was coming up in. But once he broke out of once he transcended rap, you could hear like in the fucking just in the production of his music that he's going more towards a global route, doing the fucking the dance shit, the techno shit, the dance hall shit, all that, you know, fucking so. I feel like it's been written on the wall for a while. Just now that he's putting out, people are hating because they just want him to be a rapper, but he's much bigger than a rapper at this point.
Correct.
Can't let them box you in, bro.
Facts.
Never let them box you in, dog.
Right. How do you feel like because I mean you've been doing it long enough, you've been in the light long enough, you've been putting your music out there long enough that I'm sure you get people trying to, you know, tell you, nah, stick to this is what you do. Like how do you keep yourself inspired to not feel like you're boxing yourself in or letting people on the internet try and put you in a box?
That's funny, man, because they really do. Like even going to certain studios and certain engineers, like
they want you to stick to a certain sound.
Exactly.
Stick the trap.
Like, nah, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, bro, like just because you see me do that a lot doesn't mean that's who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can do
There's more to you. There's different sides of you.
I got layers.
Gotta be versatile.
So like I feel like the way I don't let them do that or like try to box me in is, I don't know, bro. I try to listen to different type of music, all different type of music to keep my ears fresh and keep them diverse. Got to keep my ears diverse. And 2 is like living different. Like I feel like I get inspired by life. So like, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to diversify my life. You know, you feel me? Like
experience.
You feel me? You know, and me and Ness, we be doing some different shit sometimes. You just being real.
Gotta be versatile. Man. Gotta be.
It's just not with them art. It's just real in real life. You know,
to a Spanish club.
And exactly.
We've been talking about doing Spanish shit.
You
like,
feel me?
You know, like real shit.
We done been like I'm talking about from like just like from the food you eat. I'm not gonna eat no American food. I might go to a different country. I'm gonna go to a different gym to work out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to diversify shit like that. And that
really up little things. You know,
and that really does help
within your normal routine.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
At the end of the day, life is all about routine. In a sense, like we're
creatures of habit.
Yeah, your work ethic is what you got. You know, like once you establish that, that's who you are. So,
right.
I mean, that is an interesting thing you do, going to a different gym, because that does kind of switch up shit.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
where the fuck's my weight at?
Like today, I went to the one on 50. Like I usually don't go there.
Which one?
But I've been switching up a lot. Sometimes I just run outside and do my workout outside, hit some push-ups. Like you know what I'm saying?
Do that shit. Just
running
outside.
Running outside. I just switch it up, bro. I mean, you don't know where I'm gonna be at.
Though, working out outside,
I love it, bro. I love it. It's inspiring. That's probably where I get the most endorphins, the best
nature,
being
outcome
grounded every time, like the best feeling after. It just hits me, bro, and I'll be so inspired after that. I go hit the booth and I go work after that, and I just be so inspired, bro. So, yeah, man, you really gotta do what the 99 ain't doing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
And I really be thinking 1%
that. Club.
Yeah, people be looking, why you look great doing that? Why you read that? Or why you do that? Why you eat like that? Why you not?
Facts.
Like it's showing. Like I don't understand sometimes. Like when I look at the outcomes of certain people with a way of life, and even the way I think or the way I carry myself or the way mainly the way I think, like I just don't understand how certain people don't kind of see their outcome and don't make a switch, don't adapt, don't try something new, something that's not the norm. Because obviously the norm out here is really not working, man. Let's just be real. Like,
and we preach that a lot on this podcast.
Can't be average.
We preach that a lot as far as like, you know, just figuring yourself out and like seeing what's going on in the real world.
Yeah.
And just kind of taking in, all right, well, this shit's not working.
Yeah.
How can I see how that's not working to make this shit work for me?
Exactly.
And a lot of people just won't do that shit.
Last episode, people don't know themselves.
Facts.
A lot of people don't know themselves.
We did. And shout out to my uncle for
Yeah,
that
right
one.
on the head right there, dog.
We were talking about that shit, and he's like, the biggest problem is that, like, you know, people don't know their core values. And then once they figure out that they don't know them, they're too scared to figure out what they are.
So they'll try to pretend like, oh, this is what I thought, or this is
This is what I was taught growing up. This is what mom and dad told me.
That ain't you.
Yeah, and
Like,
just
you
because that's what
for so long, but that ain't it. At the end of the day, you know, once a certain point, you know, you can't pretend no more. People are gonna see you don't know shit, and they're gonna call you out on it.
Yeah, but that's insecurities. That's when you see people that you could just see. They didn't even got to say a word. You see them and they look insecure. Yeah. They're trying to fucking put on. They got all that shit on. They fucking got the exterior figured out, but like their aura is giving off fucking bitch made. That shit is just giving off like, damn dog, like figure yourself out, brother. Like you shouldn't be here right now. Go home, think.
People are living off that ego and that clout, man.
And that ain't shit unless it's
real.
real.
A lot of people live off that. A lot of people. I mean, I'll give an example, like downtown shit.
Yeah.
We used to go downtown all the time.
You sniff it like shit. It smells like shit when people are around like that.
Yeah. It's like, bro, it's crazy.
Home
bro.
of people downtown people. I mean, y'all are older than me, but we're all getting up there in age. Just letting y'all know, you're all older than me. But we're all getting up there in age, and it's like you could tell, like, if you go out every now and again versus the people who live downtown, you know. And like, I haven't been downtown in a minute, but I guarantee you, if I go downtown, I could see 30 people who went downtown when I used to go downtown.
Exactly. The regulars.
What are you still doing out here? Like, it's the same shit. You can't be doing the same shit every weekend. Yeah. I mean, that's the definition of fucking insanity. Doing the same shit, expecting a different result. It ain't gonna happen. So like, I love to hear that you change it up, switch it up. You know, enjoy different foods, enjoy you know going out, different places,
keeping yourself open,
different experiences, because that is how you're gonna experience. And
it keeps it fresh. Like it's how, like again, circling back to his question, that's where we get the inspiration from. You know what I mean? And yeah, dog, I think that's what helped my music evolve and help me turn into a different type of artist who can make these type of vibes. You know, these certain records like We Outside or like Back and Forth or like, you know what I'm saying? Like Have Fun. Those type of records that are just, just uplifting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
how many albums you got out now?
I would say in total, I think I got 5 projects out. And then after that, it's just a whole bunch of singles. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of stopped putting out projects because, because like, the way they receive music now, everybody just wants it. Yeah, weekly.
Correct.
Yeah. So now we just pumping out
coming
singles.
out though called Deep Dedication. It's on the way.
How many tracks on it?
10 tracks. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, when y'all listen to this shit, this shit is crazy. Like we put mad work into this day and night. I'm talking about in the studio at 4 a.m. in the morning with the engineer. Like when y'all hear this, y'all gonna be like, damn. It's that.
Hey, you heard it here
this
first.
Merch right here is inspired. This merch right here is inspired by this upcoming project. You know what I'm saying?
Deep Dedication. Oh yeah,
see the back says Deep Dedication on it. Y'all zoom in on that bit. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, look out for that, dog. It's a good project. We got 10 songs deep. A lot of real talk, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is one of those records, like one of those projects I haven't made in a while. Like it's hitting subject matter that's more serious. Yeah.
You can relate to it.
Deeper level.
Yeah, deeper level, you know what I'm saying? Especially for those people who are striving for something. And again, you know what I'm saying? I collaborated with JC. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Striving for something. You should be able to feel that.
Everybody gonna feel this. Everybody gonna feel this.
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. That's what's up.
Can we take a quick 5?
Yeah.
Any way we can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I
Pause
gotta do
in the
some. Go take 5. I gotta play.
I don't remember what we were talking about before.
Beats me.
Fuck it. We're back from a break. Don't remember what we were talking about, but we back. As always. So, all right. So I guess we can start with this. Ernesto,
Top Notch.
So it's from what Top Notch told us that you've already kind of had that business mind and shit like that. So what attracted you to him to pursue this business venture essentially for you?
Starting from this, my day one. It's my
Word.
day one. We've been together since we was babies, man.
Word.
He was actually the first nigga I met when I came to Florida.
Word.
Because I came from New York.
Alright.
I was born in the Bronx in New York. Then I came to Florida. We was at Mystic Cove. This was actually the first nigga I met, and then we just vibed. But when I met this nigga was already doing music.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he was already
shit.
doing music. Then when I got that business mindset in me and started making real paper, I was like, let's try to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And then we started fucking with Check the Credits. Shout out Check the Credits.
That's the dude that does the videos, right?
Yeah. He been doing it for a
Those
long
videos are hard. I mean,
hard. He
Videos
been
are
doing
hard.
it for a long time.
I don't even make
know?
music. I want him to make me a video.
His videos is crazy. He done dealt with some big names, his videos is crazy. We linked up with him and started doing videos, and this was just a vision, man. I love one thing I really love is just entertainment.
Yeah.
I love entertainment. So he inspired me for the name, Top Notch
Yeah.
Entertainment. Top Notch. Everywhere we go is just top notch.
Facts.
And then
They
from
know
there,
it.
and then from there,
definitely sets the tone.
from there we just really took it off, and
Yeah, no hangover. We just look like a bunch
We
of
made it
alcoholics.
official. We made it official. The LLC. We made it official. What 2000? I want to say 19 or 20.
I think it was 20.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Damn,
2020.
pandemic
20, bro. I was gonna say this is born in the
2020.
pandemic, bro.
Yeah.
This shit was born in the
2020
pandemic,
made it
bro.
official.
Shit. A lot of
I
things were
already
born
know
in
how
the
to make
pandemic.
the LLCs, the business, make it
Yeah.
official. You know what I'm saying? So we dropped it, made the LLC, and then you took it from there. Because I had a guy named DJ Surefire, that I had met, and the first thing he told me, he was like, I was telling him about my artists and the music and shit, and the first thing he said was, "Do you have your ducks in line?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what you mean by that? Like, what you mean? He's like, do you got your LLC? You got merch and things like that? I was like, damn, I don't. I was like, I ain't got none of that shit. But it makes sense because then he was like, yo, this music shit is like, bro, 90% business.
Yeah.
90% business. And that's when, my business mindset took over and was like, all right, LLC, bank account, checkbook, distribution. Like he kind of taught me some things, and then I like mentors, who show me the ropes and are real genuine, and I love learning.
Sure. Yeah,
I love learning, and I learned that, and then I brought it over here.
As far as how did you develop that mindset? Do you think that was something that you were born with, or is that something that you had to kind of groom yourself into?
Yeah, I had to groom myself. Really,
Was it around the time you realized you're not 6'5" and
I just knew, listen, I just knew.
I'm talking with hoopers here. We all have the same thought,
We grew up hooping.
This is 9th, 10th grade. We're like, well, fuck.
So this is what happened. So I got with
Mike knows what I'm talking
my cousin Gary. Shout out Gary. That's my mentor. He
Big G.
He teaches me everything I know. You know what I'm saying? As far as the business end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What up,
saying? So I got with him, and I just seen this guy wasn't average.
Yeah.
Like he did not settle for less. Like he was a true king. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Really getting real money out here at a really young age. And so
the streets know.
The streets know. The streets know. So I was like, man, I need that.
Yeah.
Like Floyd Mayweather, I don't know if y'all ever seen that clip. Floyd Mayweather, he was in the room. He was like, yeah, you brought me over to your nice house, but, I want a nice house like this.
Yeah.
You
I want it for me.
You showed me your nice cars, but I want a nice car like this too.
Show me how to get it.
Yeah, show me how to get it. So I had
that's the true embodiment of a friend. I feel like it's one thing for you to do it, but show somebody else how to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel that.
And I got blessed with that because a lot of people don't like putting the next man on.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
but
A lot
luckily
of
he was
people
my
are selfish.
blood. He was my
selfish.
blood.
We
He was my
mentioned that
family.
in the beginning of the podcast. We were mentioning that
Yeah,
shit.
he was my blood. He was my family. So luckily, you know, he showed me the ropes, and I was getting money at like 18, 19
Yeah.
years old, wilding. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because you didn't have the knowledge yet, but you
yeah, I
had
didn't
the
have
money.
the knowledge, but I was getting the money.
Right.
And you know,
He had
I
the
was
ambition.
just
Fuck.
wild.
It comes in phases. It comes
Yeah. So, you know,
we've had multiple podcasts about this, but
Yeah.
life ebbs and flows. Like
Hell
there's certain
yeah.
shit like
Sometimes
young
you're
age,
riding
you get
life,
hella
sometimes
money,
rides
Yeah.
and then
life's
some
riding
shit
you.
fucking crazy
Happens.
happens. You go
Yeah,
down, you're
yeah,
real low. You gotta
yeah.
pick yourself, build yourself back up.
Yup.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, Mike's known me for a long time. Mike's seen some of my ebbs and flows.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. I
You know
done
what
seen
I'm
my
saying?
boy
Sometimes-
up.
Sometimes, right? Sometimes you're riding life. Sometimes life's riding you. That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a fact.
And Jacob definitely didn't know how to act when he was young with that money.
I'm guilty.
It's like, damn,
guilty.
look
that's how you learn though. That experience.
guilty,
Fuck,
yeah.
life gotta humble you sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Oh, it did.
Facts,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
Facts.
absolutely, absolutely. I was making like at 18, 19 years old. I just got out of high school, Lake Howell. I just got out of Lake
Yeah,
Howell,
shout out Lake Howell.
and
Hey,
I was making
LH,
like
baby.
$2K a week. And you know, 2K was like, you that nigga.
Especially back then.
Back then, like
Big money.
2011, 2012, nigga,
Yeah.
$300. I was like, I thought I was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
Big
now,
money.
fast forward, that shit ain't shit. But anyway,
Back then it was big money.
Facts.
But anyways, yeah, you know, he installed that business mindset into me, not being average. I didn't want to be average, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I had my firstborn child, and that shit really made me like, all right,
Yeah.
let me
Kick
get
you
it
out.
right.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, I feel like fatherhood. You mentioned it earlier. I feel like that's a whole different level right there. Like that.
Take care
That
of life.
changes your mindset completely because
Completely.
it's not you anymore.
Yup,
It's
yup,
now I
yup.
got a mouth to feed.
Yep. It could that
So
really.
how did that, like, along with everything you had been learning, now you have a kid. So what did that do for you?
Yeah, so that just changed my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like when I had my first son, I was like, you know, growing up without a dad, you know, my dad left me when I was 5 years old. I just told myself I'm not gonna be, you know, the man that he was to my son. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna paint a better picture, you know, and you know that's what I did, man. I stayed down. I kept getting this money and taking care of my kid, growing him, and things like that, and learning how to be a businessman and, you know, venture off to other things. And
Which I'm
you know,
sure you learning all these things also helped you, become the better father and
Yup,
all this other
yup,
thing.
yup,
Because it's not
100%.
like when you learn, you're not just learning one thing. You're learning multiple things that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
apply to different areas of your
Oh
life.
yeah. It just it definitely took me out my comfort zone. But you already know. You hear all these successful entrepreneurs, like, what do they say? You got to get out your comfort zone
Yeah.
to really become somebody different.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, you know, I did that, and you know, I just matured. I had to mature at a young age. You
Yeah.
know, I matured like I was like 19, 20. I ain't gonna lie, I was still wilding and
Grow up, nigga.
yeah, but when I had my
But
kid, I had-
responsibilities, shit.
Yeah, I had responsibilities. I had to grow up and shit, and I was putting so much money here, learning to be a businessman here, taking losses, taking wins, taking losses, taking wins, taking losses, taking wins. But one thing I can say is that it's worth it. You know, when you try to work for somebody, it's just not, bro.
Facts.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
not
working
it.
the rat
That's just
race.
not
working,
it.
Yeah, working 9 to 5s.
That
shit is not it.
Working
It's
a
not
9 to
gonna-
5 is just not it. And
Correct.
you know, God thankful I was able to learn that at a young age.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not it. Like, you need to work for yourself, even if there are ups and downs. Like, working for somebody is
Been
just
trying,
not
man.
it.
I feel like it's better to have ups and downs with yourself than it is to have with fucking somebody else
Absolutely.
fucking bitching at you,
Absolutely.
fucking telling you what to do
Absolutely.
and shit like that. Like, I'd rather deal
Absolutely.
with problems that I create than somebody else's fucking problems.
Absolutely.
Facts.
And then not even
Absolutely.
getting compensated
Yeah.
well enough to
Facts.
fucking care
Yeah,
about that shit.
absolutely. If you got
Real.
if you got a vision, man, if you got a dream, man,
I got a different
I urge you to chase it.
Yeah.
Like, to chase it.
Facts.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Chase it, and you will see the difference, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
You'll see
I
the
mean,
difference,
that's part. That's part of the reason we do this. I mean, I know myself. I'm going out on different business ventures on my own. Jacob's always kind of been a very entrepreneurial, mindset in that sense. So like, it definitely is.
Tried a couple.
It's hard.
different
It's
things.
hard work, but like it's it's a lot more rewarding. It's very freeing once you
Absolutely.
succeed at that shit, and
Absolutely.
you can figure out, damn, I can do this on my own. I don't need to rely on a fucking big corporation or somebody else to make my money. I
Absolutely.
can make my own money.
Absolutely.
Understand? I think a big part of that too is just understanding your value, and sometimes people need to give a service to
100%.
understand that. But like, shit, just going out and trying is enough to fucking start understanding what you bring to the world and like.
And getting that knowledge, you're not gonna
Facts.
know.
How you gonna know?
You're not gonna know until you try.
Don't. Yeah.
Facts.
You don't
I mean, you
try.
might fall on your ass a couple times.
You will, absolutely.
That's
part of being-
If you're
being
part
your
of
own
an
boss.
entrepreneurs
absolutely.
know,
Yeah.
like you're gonna try a couple things and they're all gonna fail.
Yep.
But you gotta keep trying.
Facts.
If you give
You're
up,
gonna have a lot of L's before you have a
Correct.
W.
And I mean,
Facts.
I'll even swing that to you,
Yeah.
top notch.
Hey.
It's
Hey.
like, when you first started making music,
Right.
I'm sure you might have had that feeling as well. Like, oh, this shit ain't hitting the way I thought it would hit off rip.
Right.
It's more of you gotta, and you stuck to it. People gotta grow more genuinely and like really gotta progress with you.
Right.
Type shit. It ain't just, oh, I put out one song, I'm gonna be famous tomorrow.
Right.
Let's wait on it.
Right. Right.
Fuck, why am I not famous yet?
Man, and just to add to that, like, man, like, and start anything new, you know what I mean? And this is for anybody, whether you're an artist, whether you're a chef, whether you're a podcaster, whether you're a student, like starting anything new, and especially like doing it different, like doing it your own way. It's going to be testing because, a lot of people are not going to understand it at first.
Facts.
Just adding to what you're saying, like, it's tough, but you just got to keep taking your shots, man, and keep showing the people that, this is what I am and this is what I do.
Yeah, Steph
And then
Curry
eventually,
didn't become
yeah.
a good shooter by shooting one shot.
You know what I mean? So I
Maybe he
just
did though. He just knew from he was born with
taking that
shit.
chance, man. Taking that chance and keep getting better at what you do and staying true to your craft, though. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the tests to it, because a lot of people, when they don't, I think what happens is with a lot of people, when it doesn't work the first time, they try to conform to what other people are doing or what's working.
Facts.
And that's why you got a bunch of copycats and you got a bunch of,
A lot
like,
of people are chasing something that they ain't.
bro. And you got a bunch of duplicates out here and they wonder why and it's still not working, or to a certain degree they thought it would.
And you have those people. I mean, there is people that have made it the way of other people. Like, I see, little shit like this, ATMs, vending machines. Like, I've low-key wanted to do that business for my whole life.
Right.
But it's like there's little shits that it's like are copyable. There's other shits that it's like, no, unless you do it for yourself, unless you try it for yourself, unless you know or fail on your own, you're never gonna know.
And artistry is,
Artistry
music,
it's
shit like
it's
that.
a
That's
beautiful
that.
and amazing world to be in, because it's like, it's on you. It's
And
100% on you.
and it encourages
can be whatever you make it.
And it encourages you to be yourself more than anything, because people will start seeing like, oh, he's trying too hard to do this. That it doesn't sound authentic. You can
Correct.
see the authenticity in music, or when it's unauthentic and shit like that.
People can sniff out fakes in music more, I feel like, than
Quick.
anything else.
Quick, 'cause it
because like
stinks.
you could tell
Stinks like shit.
that is not how he sounds.
Right.
He should not be sounding like that. Like people can just see it. Like it's something that's forced.
Right.
You don't want to be like, oh, they could tell I'm forcing this shit. No, you want to be whatever sound you go for, whatever lane you're in. You want to be like genuine, like that's what I'm trying right now. And people can tell, like even if it's out of your comfort zone, they'll be like, oh, that's him though. Like, he might not be in his realm, but that's him.
But guys like Wiz Khalifa, like Larry June, like Currency, those dudes have been very much in their own lane and have made it work for them to the fucking highest power, highest degree. Fuck, Wiz Khalifa was, I guess Snoop Dogg was the godfather to it, but Wiz Khalifa was the like first real like weed rapper.
Right.
And people were like, when he first came out, they're like, oh no, like that's not gonna work.
Wiz
You can't be fucking smoking weed on your videos and expect that shit to work. Look where he is now.
You know what I mean?
He's making fucking money hand over fist,
chilling.
being his own
chilling.
shit.
Yeah.
Like you don't really hear about him
never
like
changed.
having big rollouts
At
for
all.
albums and shit like that. He just puts out a lot of projects. He has a very loyal core following.
Staying true.
And they fucking and he raps about his
Show
fucking
once
life.
in the blue moon.
Yeah,
true.
he don't really be
True.
fucking going out going out of what he actually does. Like he raps about his life, and he's been doing that. Guys like Currency, like I said, like Larry June, people like that, Juicy J to an extent, guys like that. I mean, they're really in their own lane, and it's taken them to, you know, the highest of heights.
Right.
So I mean,
What people have to understand is, man, like, especially as an artist, you have to be vulnerable.
yeah,
You have to put yourself out there and hoping. I have a lot of faith. I don't even want to say it hoping, but I feel like there's always somebody who can relate. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're
Facts.
keeping it real.
Facts.
always
There's 8
somebody who
billion
kinda
people in this
relate, you know
world.
what I mean?
Somebody's got to relate.
Somebody's got to relate.
Someone's
So
always gonna relate, but
don't be scared to be real. Don't be scared to be honest about this shit on here. And even myself, like, I have to hold myself accountable to that too, because sometimes I feel like as an artist, I don't even keep it all the way 100 as I should be. And I feel like it's been a test as the deeper I go into my career to get more honest in my music. Getting more honest and trying to be more transparent with my audience so they can really feel me on the deepest level, man.
but that's how you grow. That's how you see the progression. That's how you see the progression as an artist, though. Like, from a consumer standpoint, like when you first hear an artist, you hear him and you're like, oh, like it connects with you in some way, whether it's just fucking hard as fuck and the shit's hidden, or like you feel on a deeper level. But like, that's how you see, like, with whatever artist you've been following, like you see the progressions of them, not only as an artist, but you see how they're growing as a person, and it reflects in their music more times than not. A good artist, they'll be able to tell you how they're growing as a person, telling you their life story through their music. So that's for me at least, that's why I love music. That's why when I listen to a certain artist and I catch them early, and then you start, 5-10 years down the road, it's like, damn, I remember when he started, first putting out music, and now he's fucking this whole big thing and all that shit. And
I've been listening to
so
this
it's
guy
like,
for
it
years.
is that's part of like the journey as far as the consumer going with the artist. Like, damn, like.
Seeing
You feel like you know them.
progressions.
Facts.
Sure, we gotta. I ain't gonna lie. We
don't get
like,
that.
We got this number one fan, man. Shout out this number one fan, yo. She be copping all the merch. She posting all the music, and I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, shout out to.
It's just a real feeling.
It's just like
We got a lot of fans. We got a lot of fans. We gotta show love to, man. That really be showing love. Shout out to Tiff a lot though, because she really be
Tiff,
putting on for us on social media,
Shout out
man.
Tiff, man.
But so I got a lot of people out
Really
in Sanford that
top-notch
really
fan.
fuck with me. Shout out my whole Sanford community that do rock with me, New York
Word.
community that rock with me, Atlanta community that rock with me. I fuck with y'all, man. It's a lot of love. Yeah, man. I went to Columbia recently, man, and just out there networking with some guys, and even though there's a language barrier, it was just
Music will break that
let it
shit.
connect,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's crazy. Like all
Yes,
I had
sir.
to do was like, yo, I do music. Word, play it.
People
Play this
respect
shit.
that
They
shit.
rocked with it. We shot a video on the instant because they just fucked with it. And like,
Bro.
I love that. I love the power that it has to just instant connect. Like, no matter the language and shit, no matter the
Facts.
background, the walk of life, like it just hits. So.
Music, body language, those things see no barrier.
Yeah, man.
Those things see
Bro,
no
barrier,
barrier.
dog. I loved it, dog.
That's fucking that is a beautiful, especially in different countries like that.
Yeah,
You're starting to. I know you mentioned a few like as far as the Spotify, but you're starting to span the globe a little bit. When you see like other people from other countries that there's a clear language barrier, like how does that make you feel as far as like keeping you pushing and shit like that?
I mean, sometimes it's a little intimidating because
You're like, what the fuck are they listening to?
Right, it can be a little intimidating, especially from like, and that's why I don't like being behind the computers too much, because from behind the computer, it can be a little intimidating because you're seeing the numbers and it's doing pretty good, but at the same time, you're like, you don't really know because you think like you have this idea in your head, you have this idea or a picture in your head that, damn, maybe we can't relate because we're from different places.
Yeah.
But then when you actually really get out there and you really hit the soil and you touch them, you be like, damn, we can relate. Like, we
It's
can.
the same. I mean,
It's just cool, dog.
it's different walks of life, but like a lot of people can relate on different levels.
Yeah, man.
Different
like,
walks of
yeah,
life, same
I
struggle.
really think it's vibrations.
Facts.
Like when you really just vibrate on certain frequencies and people could feel it, like that frequency just.
Damn, I think it was something that you posted. I think it was a couple years ago. Something about like if animals fuck with you.
Yeah.
Something the people can pick
high frequency.
Yeah, bro. I fucking reposted that shit because that was some real shit.
Yeah.
Remember that Must have been real
Because
shit.
there's
You fucking remembered
Hey.
it 2 years later. You don't know.
Hey, but I remember I got
remember
some
that post.
You
spotty. I
remember
got
the
some.
fucking code for the bathroom, but you remember
Hey, I don't need the code for that. I'll piss outside, but that
I ain't
fucking.
gonna lie, I pissed outside. That nigga gave
Dirty
me,
motherfucker.
Hey, I think he gave me the code. I went to the corner and pissed outside. Fuck that code. Like, what
Shit, that's what I'm saying. But hey, sometimes some real shit will stick with you, and you see that shit. But that's some real shit though. Like, you know, you especially like when you get the opportunity to, you know, get in front of different people and you kind of get the feeling of like people know you before you even get to meet them. Like they already kind of have an idea of who you are, and you don't even know who these people are. It definitely does keep you open up, and it leaves you having to be vulnerable.
Right.
Like you have no choice at that point.
Right.
And I
So
feel
that
like
definitely-
as an artist, you're, you know, as you said earlier, you are vulnerable in a sense because like you're putting yourself out there to be judged in all different ways. Like people can receive it as like, oh, we fuck with you, or people can just hate,
Bro.
You know? People can just
Hey,
hate
let's get
off
on
rip.
that. Let's get on that.
On the haters
Because on everything,
you wanna
like
talk about these haters.
even the
I
people
don't care
that
about no haters.
even the people that show the love, like I love
Low-key.
both. I love both, and they both keep me going because it's like
You got to prove the haters wrong, and you want to keep going for
the people that love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Proves
And
them
that
right,
fuels
yeah.
it. That fuels it. But even on the flip
can see
side,
it.
like I don't know,
How does
man.
that make you feel? It's interesting. It's interesting
I be
to
telling
talk
this
to.
nigga not to worry about these niggas, man. That
I
shit
know.
like
He always said-
It's
Bro,
true.
that
Like
shit,
I
bro.
feel like I would take Nessa's point of view as well. Like who gives a fuck? But at the same time,
gotta
you're
care a
putting
little
yourself
bit, though.
out there.
Yeah, and-
so I
and-
want to see how like you truly do feel.
Exactly. As an artist, he don't understand. He's not an artist, so he
That's what he
don't.
be saying. Like, you gotta understand.
You gotta care a little bit.
It's
I'm
a
an
different-
artist.
Like I feel like you do. I'm the same way. Like
Right.
just me personally.
But
I'm
not
like, I don't give a
even.
fuck,
But not even on some.
Because I'm sorry, you know why it makes you feel a certain way, and any artist will feel this way because it's like those niggas who be talking shit will not spit a 16, will not write a song, will not do anything creative,
That's
but are
ironic. I
so
just
quick to
talked about
talk
that shit
shit about anybody.
I mean, I do.
But nonetheless, that's their job as a critic.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
That's their job.
There's roles
But
in this
even
life,
what you
baby.
do, like okay, so sometimes I look at a critic and I'll be okay. Well, what do? You know what I mean? And even if you're just an Instagram person, like I don't even see people. Like I feel like people are so insecure. Like I don't know. I get on there. I talk comfortably. I can hop on anywhere and speak my mind.
Yeah.
Give you my point of view, my perspective. A lot of people perspective is not worth. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Go ahead. Say
can
it.
I-
say
man,
it.
I'm
No,
talking
say
about
it.
shit right
now.
No, say it
They-
how you
they
want to say
Respect
it.
is not worth nothing
There ain't
because
worth
they
shit.
don't.
Fuck about these
It's not
haters.
worth shit.
It's not. I'm sorry, and I'm only saying that because they're not. Most of the critics are not putting any type of work to really even get the experience, to really even get the perspective, to give a real point of view. If that
Facts.
makes sense.
Facts.
Like you can't really talk about somebody who went through the fire when you never went through the fire. You know what I'm saying?
been
So
there.
like,
part of it is too is that I mean because in doing the podcast like and in music and any form of content it's like you're putting yourself out there, so you've at least formulated these thoughts and you've thought about it and put time into
feel me?
what you're gonna be saying or what you're gonna be putting out there. When someone is talking shit that wouldn't even fucking dare try
Never
to pick
do
up
it.
a mic,
Never.
it is kind of hard to be like, well, at least I'm fucking
They're
thinking
scared to
about
do
this
it.
shit and trying to put
That's
this
why
shit
they
out
hate.
there. Like you're still hiding behind fucking keyboards and shit.
feel me?
Like, no, I feel that shit.
I know y'all feel it because y'all doing this.
Yeah, and it is
I mean,
different
this
because
is one level,
almost
but
200
I literally
episodes
had
in.
this conversation today about
Yeah.
something completely different. But I was like, people who have never done this shit talking
don't
about
know.
this.
They don't know. They
And
don't
I'm
know.
like, they don't know
And
what
that's
the
fine.
fuck.
But that's like.
They don't got the
Experience
balls. They
is
don't
the-
got the balls to do this shit.
But that's why. But that's why it
That's
doesn't.
why they hate.
At first, it bothered me, especially when it was coming from people that I cared about and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
but the further we got into it, the more I was like, they're talking from a place of ignorance, essentially.
Exactly.
And it's no offense to them. I love them to death. I will fucking
Your
take the
own
shirt
family.
off. I will take out the shirt off my back for them. Hey, facts though.
Real
Facts. It really do. But I just came to a place of understanding. It's like they're talking because they don't know, and that's fine. And that's fine. I still love them. That doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
I came to the acceptance of like, all right, bet.
I've
Like,
heard that a lot.
wait until this shit
when we,
is doing what
when
I
we
wanted
first
to do,
started
and
the
then we're
podcast,
good,
like,
right?
why would you
Then
do a
everything's all
podcast?
good.
I could never do. Okay, just because you said you could never do it.
I mean, I can't,
We
baby.
can
Hey,
Come on,
quicker
man.
you-
We
the
got
quicker-
more for that.
The quicker you understand that, the better, nigga, the easier life will be, boy.
Exactly.
Just because someone says they
Facts.
can't do it, it's like, okay,
Well,
you
we just
might not
talked.
be able to.
We just talked about
I
this on the
don't
last
mean I
podcast too.
can't do it. You know?
Fucking agreeing, understanding, and accepting are 3 different things, and a lot of people see that as like they're all one and the same. But I can agree with something, not understand it, and not accept it. I can understand something, not agree with it, and not accept it. I can agree with something and not fucking have nothing to do with it. But people think that it's just like all one thing, that if you agree with it, you automatically understand, automatically, what's it called? Agree or accept.
Hey,
And that's just not true. They're all 3 different things. It's all 3 different things.
intellectuals
that boy E just broke down a profound concept for y'all
Bro,
right there. This
listen.
is hey, that's something new. I like that.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
no
I got the-
hangover,
me
but we
too.
smart, baby.
You feel me? Very much.
We be
Shout out
thinking
no
over here.
hangover.
Come get
baby.
educated.
Real shit. But
Dumb
I mean that
motherfuckers.
comes from that comes
Hey,
from
if you lie,
that comes from being willing to like have these conversations and talk about it. I'm not scared to be wrong. That's the thing. A lot of people are scared to fail, or scared to be wrong, or scared to
Put themselves out there.
exactly.
For
And when
criticism.
you're not, and when you just accept it as like I'm wrong, but I'm taking this as an opportunity to learn, to grow,
learning
learn about
experience.
myself, learn about life. You know, however you got to chop it up. That
For
shit.
instance,
Like,
with all of our failed businesses in the past. You learn from it.
Yep.
That boy was
I
willing.
know.
but that shit
I've
is.
I've had some myself, and I'm like,
But it's all about
I'm
perspective.
learned
sick.
from
I
it.
told y'all.
It's about how you. It's
trust
about,
me.
the money I lost.
Same.
it's about how you digest that shit and how you take
Yep,
it
I
from like.
pretend as if it never happened.
Short-term memory. We call
I'm
it,
like, I didn't
short,
lose
we
that
call it
much
short-term
money.
memory.
That's what they call it.
Short-term memory. We call it short-term memory.
Something that was interesting to me though that you mentioned is that you guys have been friends for a while, and like one big thing that I've heard a lot and that I've learned, you know, firsthand is you don't want to go into business with your friends. How did you guys manage that? Because I'm sure at some point
Before
there
y'all
was
answer this
some
question,
type of
let me
bumpy
go into
road.
this real quick.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you say that because it's the same shit with family. Like
Facts.
you don't go like I've been into many business ventures where I have my family running the organization, but they fucking tore that shit up. and then they will always use the family card on me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different when you have somebody that doesn't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't know you and that works for you. They fucking treat you like you fucking God. You know? But as soon as you get a family member, they're like, I could bring my baby to work.
Yeah. Hell no, you
Like,
can't.
you know, things like that. Once
I could
you
be
get
late
that,
to work.
You know, I could be late. I could do whatever I want because we got that friendship and family.
Yeah.
But with me and Notch, like out of all my friends, it was never like that with me and him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just connected on a different level. We always respected each other. We never bumped heads. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we had our disagreements, but you know,
Yeah.
that's just like a regular relationship.
Facts.
You know
Anyone
what I'm
does.
saying? Like if you can't get through that, then you don't really have.
It's normal. It's normal brother shit.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, we
normal.
fight like shit.
Yeah.
Be on my shit all the time. Like, why aren't you doing it? I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
it's just what it is.
That's
Like,
brotherly. That's
sorry.
brotherly. That's brotherly love. But out of
Facts.
all my friends, I ain't
Shout out
gonna
to
lie,
Philly. Just came back from there.
my guy Notch has been the main one. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That, you know, we can always, even though we
Appreciate
have our differences, we can always appreciate each other, understand certain aspects of what's going on in life, and you know
That
so-
comes with maturity. That comes
Yeah,
with
for
fucking
sure.
experience.
For
That
sure.
comes with wanting to make something work.
I think we both. I think we both realize our both level of discipline as well, and that's. I think that's a big part in making this work.
Yeah.
Just having that discipline level and that respect level.
No, for sure, 100%.
For sure.
Like, making
mature,
shit work.
being mature, you know, if like, you know, there's been times where in the music industry, like,
Yeah.
you know, I would tell him, I think this is the way we should do it, and he'd be like, nah, I think this is the way we should do it.
Yeah.
But I'm mature enough to understand his perspective. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because the music game is his expertise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not mine. You
Yeah.
know, so I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. You know, I understand that, but when it comes to the business, it's the same thing with him.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Respect
you're
it.
right, Ness.
Yeah.
Like, I respect your side because you more expertise in the business.
And that
Yeah,
I
it
mean, a word you keep on using there is respect. I mean, that shit, like, for as much as that shit's thrown around, it is like, it means so much more than what people give it credit for.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
shit is, you know,
Yeah.
people will say it like it's fucking, Like it's just breathing air, like it's
Right.
natural, like everyone fucking gets it, deserves it, this, that, whatever. But like that's not the case.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
not the case, and it is
Exactly.
so hard to fucking get to that point, especially with somebody that you're like, man, I've known you for so long. You know what I've been through. You know what I'm doing. You know the work that I'm putting in. And when it comes to business stuff, especially, you really have to put emotions to the side and like really be logical and fucking rational. And when you're in, it's just, I feel like it's the hardest thing when you're dealing with, you know, with music or with a painter or with someone who's doing a podcast, that like you're putting your emotion out there. And now when it comes time to talk business, I have to make sure I take all of the emotion that I had making this. And now we have to talk about what is real about this, the truth about this, you know,
So
what,
real.
and that shit's hard.
I'm talking about spending my last dollars when I
Facts.
didn't want
Facts.
to.
I mean, it comes down to that
But I'm
shit.
having to trust his judgment because it's like, yo, Mike, this is a good business. This is a good business idea, venture. This is, we got to jump on this opportunity. So I'm like, you know what?
And he says that because he's seen my background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Knows.
saying? He knows my background. It's not like, you know, it's like coming up to with a nigga who knows how to like exercise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a
is
nigga's
certified.
next to me and
He's
he's talking to
certified in
me
personal
and
training.
he's talking to me about, nigga, I could get your muscle up, but I'm looking at him like he's skinny as fuck. I'm like, nigga, I ain't gonna take no advice from your ass. Nigga, what the fuck I look like? But nigga looking swole next to me, he giving me some exercise advice. I'm gonna look at him like, all right, yeah, I'll take your advice, nigga. Like, I see you. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to touch on that real quick about the
Fitness?
No, not about fitness. My
Yeah,
lazy
we
ass,
can do a
I've
whole
been
fucking
out the gym
podcast
for a
about
while.
that shit.
Like, I still got the
Hey, tell him when you
endurance,
were
but,
the
like,
fucking, when you were your fittest.
What?
Tell him when you were your fittest.
Plenty of times in my life. Shut up.
Yo.
We're gonna do that later. No, I was trying to touch on. I feel like yes, it is a touchy subject, but business within family, between family and between friends, it is looked on as like, oh, you shouldn't do it. But I feel like you should do it. It is just all parties involved need to know the level of respect, and like at the end of the day, the business comes first. Yes, you might be, and I'll give you an example. I'm in a family business. That's literally what I do for a living. Like my dad is there, my sister is there, my uncle is there.
Tough.
But at the end,
I give it to
tough.
you.
It is
I
tough.
give it to
I ain't
you.
even gonna lie to you. It's not like an easy
Peaches and cream.
It's not like an easy thing to be
I
in.
know.
You know,
I
because
know.
everybody's butting heads and shit.
Oh,
and it's
I
like
know.
everybody's got their level and role in the company, and it's just like I butt heads with everybody because I'm like, listen.
Yeah.
Old school versus new school. Like, that's just what it is. Like, y'all seen it, I'm there. There's two different things. This shit's not the same as it was 45 years ago when you
Facts.
opened the business. This is how it is now.
Yeah.
And like, yes, we butt heads a lot, but it is that level of respect where it's like, yeah, I'll allow you to have your piece, but like, old school and old heads don't fucking
They don't wanna
understand,
listen.
like they don't want to listen to like
they're stuck in
anything
the
we
old
have to
ways.
say. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll wait my time, wait my turn, and when it is my turn, you out of here. But
But
when
then
it-
you can't be stuck in. You got to make sure you're not stuck in your own ways, which I know you
but
won't
that's
be.
the thing. I ain't like I listen to
hey,
all
listen,
sides.
I keep
and
his mind open. I keep him grounded.
I listen to all sides of things though. Like
Right.
even when it, all right, then I'll switch to this business with friends. Like
Right.
we've had differences on a couple of things,
Right.
and it's like that respect level of, all right, this might not be, you know, how we envisioned it to be, but I think this can be how it works out now, or versus I think this can be how it works out now, and we might implement one of two ways, or we might implement both ways. All right, let's try one of each. You know, we'll see what works best for us.
Yeah.
And then
Compromise.
it's seeing, like I said earlier in the podcast, we'll see what
Say that
sticks.
louder.
Compromising.
Compromise. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Compromising, yeah. It's like
Yes,
let's
sir.
see what hits, let's see what sticks. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it might not be the most ideal because like there is certain shit, and I know I put E through a lot of shit, so I'll touch on that. I know I put him through a lot of shit recently, so he's gonna be like, "There's a lot of shit I'm pissed off about."
I
But
wasn't
it's
gonna
like,
say anything.
It's happening to work for as of now. You know, it might not be the most ideal, but it's working.
Yeah.
Listen,
Would I want it to work this way? No. But this is how it's going.
this is the way that life is going right now. And you know, it is what it is. Part of it is too is that I fucking love doing this shit. Like I like sitting down with fucking like-minded people, but people that have gone different paths, have gone their own way, and in a sense picking their brain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You always got to be a learner. You always got to, you know, keep your mind open to learning things. Man.
I love
You can never
asking-
Close it. I'm learning till this day.
Yeah,
You know, what I'm
I love
saying?
asking
Like,
questions. Fucking,
I learn something new every day.
I mean, you know, I just went on a trip recently, and you know, I was able to sit down with people that were close to me that I haven't been able to sit down with them as an adult. So now that I have a different understanding of life, like now I'm able to ask ask certain questions, and not only ask certain questions, but then understand it from a different point of view. Right. Understand it from their point of view. Understand it from, this isn't me when I was 15, 16 years old. This is me when I'm 30 years old, and this is them, what they were thinking at that time. And now I'm able to process that as an adult, as a man, from all these different points of views and shit like that. So, I mean, doing this shit is, I'll put up with a lot of shit because I love doing it more than anything.
Dope, man. And that's a message for a lot of people out there. Just like, yo, you really gotta love. You should want to love what you're doing, man, because it'll help.
Bro, there's a sign right there right by my barber's chair that says "Do what you love."
Yeah, come on, man.
And it's glowing, shining.
It's gonna help you get through all the bullshit.
There's some people who be fucking snapping at your ass, mad for what they doing. Like, nigga, if you don't love that shit, don't do that shit.
Projecting that shit. Projecting their own fucking.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
A
lot of people don't know themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of people will just stick to something like they got into, or they're like, oh, this is what I'm comfortable in. Yeah, but you fucking hate it. Why the fuck would you stay there?
But let's be real. Like, in all reality, this country and this world is not perfect. So, like, you're not always going to be able to land something that you love.
I'm not saying, and if everyone did think the way we think, the world might be in some chaos, honestly. a lot of people would be doing shit.
Let's be real. I'll be mad at them for the way they think, bro. I learned to love people for the way they are.
We get that.
Those people are the people that allow us to do what, to do this.
Right.
Listen, like, I still work a little 9 to 5, but I'll still find the time to fucking make this shit happen.
Exactly.
Not everybody has that mindset, but the people who are willing to put in that overtime from those 9 to 5s is what is allowing me to fucking, come over here in my extra hours and fucking record a podcast for however long.
This is
because
what it's
I love doing it.
It's about.
Some people don't. I mean, we've talked about this a couple times. It's like, sometimes you gotta fucking just know your role. Yeah. Sometimes your role is not meant to be the fucking superstar. I don't even know if my role is meant to be the superstar.
Yeah, so
but
I
know what my role is. I know what I'm good at. What'd you say? You talking that shit over there?
No,
you got the fucking headphones on. You can hear me.
You're 100% right though. I agree with that 100%.
You have to know your fucking role, and you have to also be able to fucking accept that shit too. Yeah, except that, hey, I'm not supposed to be the superstar right now. Now it's not my time to shine. I'm not the main character in this moment, but in fucking a moment 2-3 hours from now it's my time to shine.
Exactly.
Or in a moment fucking 5 months from now it's my time to shine.
Yes.
And but I mean, and that falls into like you got to stay ready, or you got to
when life and timing.
Be ready before you get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to be ready, or some shit like that. I know I'm saying it all fucked up.
I get it. Yeah.
That's the tequila talking at that point. That's tequila talking.
Have a bomb on that bitch. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, he just dropped a little gem. Another one, man. Is staying ready, but also even when it's not
staying ready, so you don't have to get ready.
Even when it's but hold on.
10 minutes later.
Even when it's not your time, you have to perform in that role like it is your time.
Yeah.
Because that role is nothing without your small role.
You know
what's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch a movie and if there's no people in the background,
supporting cast,
there's no people in the background that's playing B-roll. Hold on, I gotta get this off.
Go ahead.
If nobody in the background playing their role, the movie is not gonna hit. So what I'm saying is, like, those people have just an as important part. Maybe not, but technically they really do have an important part because it's like it really makes the scene. People have to understand that. You know what I mean? I'm willing to understand that. Like,
play to your strengths.
I'll give you an example right here.
Go ahead.
Imagine in
the Olympics, brother. The Olympics. The U.S. basketball team. That's what I'm saying.
That's another one.
I was gonna say, and imagine in 5 to 10 years when someone's opening for you.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
And
even better.
You were thinking about like all the times you had to open for somebody bigger, right?
Right.
And then when someone's opening for you and they're like, oh, I have this minuscule thing, I'm opening for TopNotch.
Yeah.
Imagine that's someone's start to their story when now you're the main thing.
Exactly.
So it's like everyone has to.
That was a better example.
Everyone has. I know.
Great flip.
That's good.
I see you, Jay. I see you.
That's good.
Everyone has to put in the work in what you're doing in the front end.
Right.
So then in the back end, 2, 3, who knows? It might be a year, might be 5, who knows?
Right.
But eventually when you get to that point, someone's gonna be opening for you,
Right.
and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I got this," and it might be a huge role. It's perspective.
You're right.
Everybody has a different perspective. It's gonna be a huge role for them. I'm opening for TopNotch.
Yeah.
You know, and you're the fucking it artist then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's working your way up the chain. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Facts.
So-
Preach.
Anybody that is working their way up the ladder, man, don't feel bad for starting from ground zero. Don't feel ashamed, or you know what I mean, like, because it's people that's really the people that you think, man, you're really inspiring people. Even the haters, man. The haters just don't. They're just confused right now. They don't
They're
even.
watching
They
you
don't
every day.
understand why they don't.
I watched
Under
this
your
video.
story-
I heard-
under your
I heard
story,
this video about
watching
perspective.
everything.
That's what made me
Facts.
think this way just now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, like we're talking all this shit. There's people wishing they woke up and with the abilities we have, or they're wishing they woke up in the bodies we have right now. And we're thinking, oh, like me per se. Oh, I've been lazy. I haven't been going to the gym. Someone who's way lazier is like, damn, I wish I looked like him. It's all about perspective in a sense. So it's like viewing life that way. You kind of think of like, oh, all right, maybe I'm not doing that bad.
Right.
Could I do better? Of course. I'm always gonna strive to do better.
Right.
But it's like you gotta take a win for a win. Like I'm not doing that bad. I'm doing multiple things in life. Like this isn't no hangover. Yes, I would love for this to be my all-time everyday job, but it's not. Me and Eric, we
Soon
have 9 to
enough,
5
bro.
jobs.
Soon enough. Fuck.
Shit, we're doing a lot of things. Like,
5 years down, a lifetime to go,
Facts,
baby.
facts. I respect what y'all doing, man. Like I've been watching y'all for a minute, man. I've been watching, man.
Wow.
I'm proud of y'all, man.
It is
Like,
appreciated.
you.
That is appreciated.
Y'all, I like the fact that y'all still going.
Give them the flowers.
Like y'all never gave up. Y'all
Give 'em
still
the flowers.
going.
Not yet,
I
not
respect
yet.
that.
It's been a lot of
popping.
ups and downs.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
That's part of
Hell
it.
yeah,
That's
it
part
has
of it.
been.
That's part of
Fuck.
it. That's part of it.
But like I said, there's a love there. There's a fun.
Eric's the heart and soul.
There's
I love
part
it.
of it too that it keeps
him
as you get older, you start having to find reasons to hang out with people, stay in communication with people. This is a fun way to find that reason to stay in communication with people, talk to people,
Yeah.
cultivate certain relationships, maintain certain relationships, shit like that. And
Yeah.
I'm big on fucking just talking through shit.
And I
Even
really
if we
think-
even if we have a disagreement, even if we don't, I think what you're saying is dumb as fuck. Hey, listen, let's talk through it. Let's figure it out. If we don't talk, that's when people stop talking. That's when
you gotta
that's
have
when
those type of conversations.
facts.
man.
Yeah.
I feel like as this podcast grows, you know what I'm saying. The more y'all do, there's a couple questions I want to ask y'all I haven't got to yet, but
Yeah,
like
go
you know
ahead.
what I'm saying, like.
Shit, asking us questions.
Hey, you know
Role
what I mean?
Let me sit back. What you got for me? I'm doing this for 5 years. I'm ready.
Just put this out. Just even as being from the first time I was here to now, like the way the conversation flows and the questions are coming, I'm seeing the growth in that aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much-
But
it's
also,
much more
I want
effortlessly.
to ask y'all, like, have y'all, have you felt it? Like, have you really felt or
Felt
noticed
the growth.
or noticed it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is the way I conduct the whole conversation, the podcast,
In a certain
the dynamic.
Yeah, in a certain extent, yes, because like there was a point where early on, we would type out everything. Like we would like, oh, we gotta jump here. This is the next question we have to ask. Versus like knowing each other and knowing even the guests. Like even before you came on, I knew how you would act. Like I've been doing this long enough to where like I can know how someone would react to a question I ask. So I know, all right, we'll have at least 2 minutes worth of conversation in this point to where we could just talk freely. And like me and Eric today, I asked him earlier, I was like, did you set up Mike's episode yet? And he was like, I got some shit. And I was like, oh, I'll send you. I still had in my notes the first episode. It was embarrassing what I had. I still had it. So I still had it in my notes. So I sent it and I was like, yeah, we could touch on some of those things. And we did. But like our conversation has evolved so much to where like we don't need those simple questions. Like we honestly, it's 5 years in the making. We can go off the dome easily.
I feel like
with an hour and a half conversation.
From because I've been watching y'all. Over the years, like from what I've seen, you guys have definitely evolved. You don't even need to write the shit down. You can just get in
100%.
here and fucking just flow. That's
we
much.
do it
good
every now and
craft.
again. Like certain guests want
Especially if they're new.
certain things asked. Like that's the difference when someone's willing to flow with conversation naturally versus like if we're doing more of an interview based questions. Because like, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at my phone for that. Like, I'm not gonna fucking. Oh,
Remember all
have
that.
you done this? Have you done this? You know, like I'm not an interrogator at the end of the day, but on like easy flowing conversations, like just
That's what we're good at though, naturally.
Yeah,
Like naturally
I mean-
in our own lives, like we could talk to people,
people
off
people.
a cuff.
We're
Like
good.
We're
so like it's
talking
you
to
know
people has never been a
when
hard
it's
thing
sit
to do.
down and like, you know, in a sense it's a controlled environment. Like it's just, you know,
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
let me ask
fun.
y'all
we're
this.
just shooting the shit. Like
That's how.
What's go ahead, Ness.
When we went to Off the Porch, because we did the Off the Porch interview.
Thanks.
I don't know if y'all know who that is.
It's Atlanta based.
It's
Oh,
Atlanta
word.
based. They got a big
Yeah.
thing. It's called Off the
I
Porch.
did see
with-
it. It looked like a nice setup. With
Yeah,
all the
they do
podcasts
it. They
together.
do an interview with all the rappers off on the porch.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shit. But
saw
I
it.
seen homie bringing out his phone every 5 seconds, asking the question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a
Because-
real genuine connection with us.
Correct.
He was
But
just
that-
going off
but
of
that's
what.
more that's more forced though.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and we've had to do that. I'm not gonna sit here. Or I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, I've just had a genuine connection with everybody.
I know.
I'm like, I've known Mike for fucking
Facts,
over
facts,
like
facts,
11, 12
facts.
years. Like
Facts.
we've balled together. We've done all kinds. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Like when you hoop, you know, you're like, fuck it, I can ask him whatever.
Been downtown, fuck bitches.
So it's like, yeah, I can talk freely, you know, because I know how he's gonna react to questions, and it's like being the artist he is. I know one, he's gonna talk about his artistry, of course, but then also you being involved helps out.
Yeah.
Still in the podcast, baby.
Look at that live. We got it rolling.
My shorty calling me, y'all. She crazy.
And we live.
Live. What you want?
Put NIE on the phone.
You'll be on what is this hour?
Put NIE on the phone.
Say a couple
about like
words.
hour 20.
For real.
Nah, what you want?
No, man. He got a. How old is NIE?
You're gonna be home by 10.
I know, babe. Our conversation just.
I said the same thing to my girl. She gonna beat my ass.
It got real. Our conversation got
flowing.
real.
That's,
Can you take me off speaker for like a second?
She can beat your ass on private.
all right, yeah.
It's okay, buddy.
It's a nice watch, though. What kind of watch? That shit got the whole
Sterling.
Is that blue one? That shit is nice.
Oh my god.
Got the real mechanic
You
showing.
should have stayed on speaker for that.
Should be going.
Shit dope, bro.
All right, babe. I'll call you. All right, bye. I mean, I'll be home soon. I'll be home. All right, bye, bro.
We're wrapping up.
Yeah.
She said she's horny.
Oh, bingo. Bingo.
She said, babe,
It's time to have adult fun.
There you go. You drank tequila. You're like, I'm good to go. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Ready. Wrap it up.
Oh, shit.
That's funny.
Real shit, though.
But I wanted to ask y'all, like, you know, as y'all keep going, you know, y'all keep interviewing more people or having podcasts, more conversations. What are some things that you do notice, like, you do like to talk about? Because I know I got some topics I like to talk about, and I can be passionate. I could probably go on for hours about. So I just want to know, like, what do y'all
Well,
like?
I mean, we give it
Anything.
I feel like
E like it.
I'll talk about anything.
Yeah,
Yo,
I mean,
I'll talk about
I'll talk about
politics.
anything
I'll
too.
talk
It's-
about
it's pretty
religion.
easy
Talk
to
about
flow
sex.
with anything.
Sure.
But like, it all depends on the person.
That
Because
too.
some people we've had on like
Don't talk.
necessarily like talking about
Don't
certain
talk.
things.
How
Facts.
can you come on here and not talk?
That happened one time, man. Hey, shout out. He knows who he is. Shout out to him. But that shit was essentially me and Jacob doing a podcast with somebody just kind of chiming in every once in a while. And I mean, it was straight. It was cool.
Right.
But
And, you know, some people don't realize that they are kind of camera shy or
Yeah,
microphone shy until
yeah.
they get on there and they're like,
Facts.
inside
And
hits.
I mean, before
We
that
so
podcast,
used to this shit, bro. We fucking hop on a stage and fucking
that's
drop
why
our
I don't mind
pants.
having artists on though, because at least if anything, I know they'll talk. I know they're not scared of talking
Yeah,
in the
most
microphone. and
artists
shit
are-
like
We
that.
used to this
Most
shit.
are.
Been doing this shit for years.
they aren't afraid to get, talk to people, get in front of a camera. Like this is normal.
Say some wild
normal
shit.
life.
Yeah,
So like,
doing
it all
this shit
depends
for
on the
too
person.
long.
I mean, I have formulated a lot of episodes where I've had to send to people before they're on. And like, is this okay? Like, you want to talk about this shit? Like, you good with it? Like, let them basically critique it. That I mean, I don't mind doing it because it is part of the gig, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, motherfucker.
We do try to keep it as.
just
I mean,
get
we
it.
try to keep it as genuine as possible. Like
Correct.
it's
I mean,
unscripted.
it's all genuine questions for
Yeah.
me. Like,
Of course.
like when I say I formulate an episode, I type the shit in my notes. It takes me all of 5 minutes. Like I'm quick with it.
That's
Like,
enough.
I know.
We'll
I
figure it
know.
out from
I know the episode before. Like, regardless of the person, like depending if they're an artist or what they do, like I'll form a lot of questions towards whatever it is they do. We did have
It does help to meet the people beforehand too a
Correct.
little
That
bit.
does
Like
help.
at
I
least
mean-
even if it's like a little 5, 10 minute, 15 minute meetup, just at least to kind of get an idea.
because once I can gauge a person, I kind of know like what they would want to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll give one example. There was an episode that we never did actually that I made an episode for, that long ass episode for a company that was patent pending, whatever. That shit pissed me off. I'm not even gonna lie. I made a long ass episode about all these
Fucking
different
Pie Clothing
things.
Line, is that one? Pie Clothing Line, that
No,
one?
not mine. I'm talking about I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah.
But I made this long ass episode for somebody, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't talk about this right now. We can't talk about this." This was recently. It happened here too.
Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck? I just
Yeah.
spent 30 minutes to
Yeah.
make this." 'Cause it was more of like out of the realm of what I would normally talk about. I was asking about their specific product, what happens, what it does, this and that.
Like, I mean, like Nesso said, you can't give the fucking secrets away.
Pretty much. I did.
Hey, man.
That's essentially what that was.
They didn't want to get exposed. Whoever that was, don't be scared to get exposed now. Hey, if you believe in your
I
product,
mean, I can care less about like.
Feel me?
I put this whole episode together, and they're like, "Oh, we can't talk about that right now." This, that, and the third. And I'm like, "Why the fuck did you ask to do a podcast?"
Shit.
You know, I was just like, "All right."
That's the juicy shit, bruh. That's what they want.
It was the basic
that's what
shit
the
though. That's the
viewers
crazy
wanna see.
part.
It was, yeah, some of it was a little like,
It
oh,
was
damn,
the
like,
basic shit
can't
of
even
their
answer
whole
about that.
idea. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not gonna talk about the basic shit
Oh,
of what
they-
your
they
company
trapping.
is.
They trapping,
then
or
I'm
they
not-
cartel. They trapping or they cartel or some
Granted,
shit.
that episode didn't happen, so it was like, it was kind of
They
a waste of my
cartel
time.
or some
But
shit.
it was whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, to
overall,
for your point, yes, it's pretty easy to create episodes for people. Like I mean, as long as we
talk
get a
about
vibe
big-
off of somebody, we kind of know what they want to
for
talk
sure.
about.
Let
It's easy
it
to
flow.
talk
Me and
that
Eric
shit.
will let a conversation
Yeah,
flow,
let
and
it
then we'll
flow.
flow it through.
Let it flow.
Yeah, we're not scared to talk about shit.
anything.
And I mean, also, like I said, like this is a pretty controlled environment for the
And we're
most part.
pretty
As
good at
for
redirecting shit,
yeah,
too.
for as much as it is like free flowing conversation, we're good enough at it to like understand that like, all right, like let's really, let's go back this way a little bit.
Yeah.
But like I said, for the most part, I'm fucking down to talk about fucking anything. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Sure.
Like I said, I was telling you before, like, that's the good thing about a podcast, that you could say some wild shit, but then you have, 10, 15 minutes to put context behind it and like why I think like this or why I
ain't
said
gonna lie,
this.
people, y'all know how the world is, man. People
Yeah.
love the juicy, the tea. What the
The
women,
tea,
what the women
fucking
call it?
tea.
The tea.
Love that tea.
Give me the tea.
Ah, shit, facts.
They love that shit, man.
And it's like, man, I don't even know why they want the tea so much. People
Man,
want to
they
be
just love that
entertained, I
shit.
guess.
They just it's ENT.
Yeah.
ENT. ENT.
They want to be
Entertainment.
entertained.
Entertainment.
You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
know last time we had you on, we weren't able to get to it, and I know you had mentioned it before, but I got a beat fucking picked out right now. If you're trying to fucking spit a little freestyle,
let's
please.
get it.
I'll get busy real quick.
Hey, let's get it. Funk flex.
Oh,
You gotta put the headphones on to hear that shit. I don't know if they got them over or you got them over there right now,
Spit
but
that shit.
if it's
that
not, if you
shit.
got, I'm gonna play it for you. If you don't
gotta-
like
hey,
it, then let me
this
know if
a
you got
good-
something
this a
picked out
good
more
practice.
specifically. Hey,
Okay,
shit.
okay.
Good practice. You
I hear
never
myself
know.
loud
You
and
never
clear.
know.
Hold on, let me give you some
Funk
context
flex.
behind
We
this.
end up
Go
on.
ahead.
This is gonna be
We end up on
hilarious
funk
'cause
flex. You
I
gotta
can't
be
hear
ready,
anything
nigga.
right now. So I'm gonna hear Mike's bars. I'm not gonna hear any.
No
That
beat.
is true.
So this
Fuck,
is
I
gonna
don't
be.
have that.
This is gonna be interesting.
The fourth pair of headphones.
We end up on funk's flex, nigga. You
Shit.
gotta be ready.
Yeah,
I'm
here
already,
we go.
man. That's what I do this shit for.
Born ready.
Check it out. Real hip hop shit. Hey, this is my man, Wayne, bro. Yo, hey, hey, look, we that
Relax yourself, help yourself, 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 relax yourself, help yourself,
we got it the best. Everything I got on 10, nothing less. I probably came in with these 10K. Niggas know I no stress, gotta get the money. Oh, I wake up, gotta get it. These niggas hating on me, don't feel it in my spirit. Cause I'm so motivated that I can't even. And all these niggas hate it, but I'm so hated. And I'm so dilated that I can't even stretch. I gotta get this money. I said it, but it's a bet. Look, all your bitches and all your hoes wanna feel me, dawg. And I be really tryna about to kill it, dawg. Been doing this so real, and I been doing it, and I'm the hardest from Florida up to New York. And they gon' feel it, got the merge, got the crew too. She know how we, and that's your boo too. Get your money in these hundreds, yeah, they blue too. Oh, this shit, man, fuck your crew too. But we the niggas on top and we can't stop. Oh, you see the fucking rings, oh, you see the rocks. Oh, you see the fucking money, yeah, you see the knots. Oh, you see the fucking merch, yeah, that's top 9. The education is about to just drop, and I'm working so patient. Know this shit hot, man, I cannot just stop, man, this shit is so crazy. Know that they pay me just to show up to the motherfucking show and blazing. Everything I'm spitting, man, this shit is so amazing. It's crazy, I told you. How the fuck they give you that they sold you? And you went for the bullshit? Damn, they say Mike got bars, yeah, the full clip. And I'm spraying on them, dog, yeah, y'all full list. Man, y'all niggas, yeah, the truth, I'm the hardest. In the city, man, they niggas fucking with me. I'm going so hard from the to the itty. I said I'm going hard till they really just feel me. I went platinum records and these goals really, I said I'm got platinums in it, cause I read it. I mean, I wrote some shit you couldn't speak about. I mean, I spit some shit you couldn't think about. I mean, I do some shit you never lived, dawg. I mean, I'm really out here trying to get, dawg. Why y'all niggas hating on me? Why you trying to waiting for my downfall? Why you waiting? Why you waiting? Cause I know, y'all. I'm a little tired.
Hey, that's part of it though. You fucking.
That shit's kind of hard when I didn't even hear the beat. And I'm out here like,
The beat was hard. That beat was
you.
hard.
I was flowing with
Brought
you.
me back.
Shit.
Brought me
Hey,
back.
that's what we're here for. We're fucking, put yourself out there. You believe in something, you believe in yourself, and you fucking go with it fucking head on,
Yeah,
fearless.
you know what I'm saying?
That's what we're here for. That's a no hangover exclusive, baby.
Hey, you already know, man.
Yes,
And it
I'm
took me a
here
couple flows to
doing
get it right. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
I was had to warm up
I
to
try
it.
to keep it on the same type of fucking
Oh,
vibe.
yeah,
so
vibe. Yeah.
We're
That was
good.
good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we
That was
good
good.
though.
When you edit this, just get the last
Nah, I
get the
got
last
you.
freestyle.
We're gonna make it work.
That was
Word.
good.
First one I kind of messed up, but you know.
But yeah, I mean,
I love this shit, man. I do that
beats
shit all
back.
day.
I'm gonna listen to him.
Yeah. That shit bad,
What's he
man.
rapping about?
That beat was fire. That last beat was fire.
that Electric Relaxation by Tribe Called Quest, baby.
Come on, man. Real
Shit,
hip
that
hop.
old
That was
school.
good. Real hip
Hey,
hop.
listen,
For
next
sure.
time we got you on, well, I'm fucking get deep into it because I'm not really much of a rapper, but I do love music. I'm definitely a lot more of a fucking beat head, all that shit. Like I like the instrumentals and I like the fucking instrumentation of that shit. So
It really tells a story,
we'll get behind that and I'll ask you more of your beat selection, your process of how you make music and all that shit. But I feel like this was a good reintroduction to you, reintroduction to our audience.
Facts.
It has been a couple years since we've had you on.
Facts.
Obviously there's been a lot of growth. You brought your manager with you, Ernesto. Shout out to you for coming out.
Big Ness.
Sir.
And yeah, man, keep on doing what y'all doing. Top
Much
notch.
love.
It's in the
Hey,
fucking name. You already know what
know,
you're gonna
man.
get when you
Top
fucking
notch.
fuck with them. Top notch
Everything
entertainment.
top notch.
Fuck it, one more beat, man. I need one more, man. You got me
shit,
on the right
yeah,
mode.
you
One
got
more beat before we go out
you
of
got
here.
one in
Drop the
mind?
beat,
We
man.
go one more
Drop the
time,
beat.
man.
You got us in the mojo,
In case
nigga.
it get a little hotter, man. It might get hotter. And y'all might
You
need
got
to post
something in
this.
mind? Let's see. Let me see if I can
Drop some shit.
pull something up real quick.
Drop some trap shit. That nigga gonna go crazy.
I know, yeah, you feel me? That's what I really want to hear, you know.
Let's see.
Real trap shit.
It just hits my soul different. Like,
Nigga almost made me start spitting. I heard that last beat. That shit was hard. Cause I just got done. Cause I still watch that show, The Wayne Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
I still watch that shit. Nigga almost made me start spitting in this bitch.
I swear. I forgot that was from the intro. Shout out them boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, them beats, that beat will speak to your soul. Hey. Whoa. Hey. Got me going live. I'm so alive. Gotta get the greenhouse. If they don't, then they lose it. Yeah, I know it's been cheap. So I get it up.
good bar. That was a good bar.
Vibing so
Real
hard to
talk.
that shit.
You got me turning this bitch.
Come on, man.
Oh man,
shit.
that shit
Alright,
almost set me.
fuck.
I'm not even gonna
We'll
lie.
wrap it up on that note. That shit was.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah, we got
like
it.
I said, I respect
We
the
flowing.
fucking fearlessness.
You feel me?
I respect that
Respect
shit.
the flow.
Thank you for coming on with us. Top notch
My nigga
entertainment.
E. Shout out
top-notch.
E and Jacob.
Yes, sir. You
You
already
know,
know.
y'all boys is solid, man.
It's what 195 in the books.
95.
You know what I'm
Hopefully,
saying?
hey, whenever y'all want to do this, let us know and we'll get it going.
I will
So,
run it back.
For sure.
Next time we're gonna bring some bitches and all type of
Hey.
shit. Now me stop, man. all
bring
type
them
of
all
shit.
over here. They can all
Jay,
hang
stop
out
acting
with
like
me.
you innocent. You know what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? Let me stop.
Hey, 195 in the books.
Yeah, man.
Everybody love everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Keep dreaming. Stay on top.
Deuces. Peace.
Yay. Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
I got a Scarlett at home too. I got this up.
Good money.
Yeah.